Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football. So Liverpool make a big signing at the start of this transfer window. Efficiency again from Liverpool Football Club. Oh, I wish my club could be this efficient, especially around a centre-back. Ibrahima Konate from Leipzig moves to Liverpool for around £30 million. We believe his release clause is 35 million, so it's 35 million euros. So it's a fantastic deal for Liverpool. He's just turned 22. Look, I think you can approach this as a United fan, a Chelsea fan, a City fan, and you can be what's described as bitter. You can go, I didn't want him anyway. But I think, you know what, we can be a little bit mature on this channel. That's football, it's for everybody. And I can look at that deal for Liverpool, and even though Liverpool are a team I'd love to see not win anything as a United fan, I can still look at the way that club is run, and I think that, you know, their owners were part of that Super League as well. They seem to have done very well in deflecting the blame from themselves. Liverpool fans seem to be behind those owners, and they've rewarded that, I suppose, by going and getting players that they need to get them back into title races, because I think Liverpool had a bad season. They rescued top four. They did well to do that at the end. They could easily have been in the Europa League. They're not. It's a bit like a reset button. Next season, let's get back to being better than Man City, or at least competing with them, and Konate gives them that. Kabak came in January. I thought that was a no-brainer from Liverpool to do that. Have a look at him, see if he's good enough. He's not good enough, you send him back to Germany. I'm sure somebody will pick him up. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Kabak back at a Leicester or something like that to do well. But Konate is a good signing for Liverpool. What's he all about? Well, he's well over 6 foot, so he's going to be physical. He's going to be good in the air. He's quick. I've seen him a few times this season. I want to talk about his injury record because, look, I'll be honest from the start. This is a player that United fans have spoken about. So we can't go... It's a bit like Fabinho. We can't go, yeah, we didn't want him, he's shit. I wanted Fabinho, and what a player he's been for Liverpool. Would I have taken Konate? Absolutely, honestly. There's probably a clip of me saying yes, and there's probably a clip of me saying no. Not because I don't think he's a good player. I think he is a good player. And, you know, as I said, only just turning 22. When he played against Manchester United and we stuffed them, I think Upamecano might have missed that game. But he did play against us, and I thought he played pretty well. So, you know, I do think he's a good player. I do think he's got a lot of potential, and I think he can, at that age, go in 3 years' time and be one of the best centre-backs in the world, especially at a place like Liverpool. So it's a good signing for Liverpool. Of course, at Leipzig, he'll be well drilled in playing out from the back under Nagelsmann. So he fits with what Liverpool want to do. You know, Nagelsmann is a forward-thinking coach. He's innovative. He wants his team to be adaptive. He wants his team to be aggressive. He wants his team to be high energy. Well, these are all the things that are going to suit Liverpool. It's not like he's coming in from Stoke, you know, and he's got to figure out how to play the Liverpool way. So he will adapt well, potentially, in that sense. The thing that would have worried me would have been his age. Not his age, his injury record. I will bring it up, but I will say as well that this in no way makes it a bad signing. He's a good young talent. But the injury record is relevant, and it is relevant for this reason, that since last season, the 19 to 20 season, 2019 to 2020 season, torn muscle injury, 225 days out, 27 games missed. Same season, he came back in the May, missed 2 weeks with another torn muscle injury. In the July, missed 96 days and 6 games with another torn muscle injury. And then this season, he's had 2 injuries, fairly significant. One was a fitness problem, the other one was an ankle injury. So, you know, 4 significant injuries in the last 2 seasons. You would hope that that's to do with growing. You know, he's only just 22. He's playing a lot of football. I say he's playing a lot of football. I think he's played about half the games for Leipzig this season. But, you know, the reality is that Liverpool tend to be a team that looks really deep into injuries. And I think that this is why over the last 2 or 3 years, they've almost hit this. They fell off the cliff, really. And I said it for a long time. Liverpool are either very lucky or they're very, very good at looking at transfers. And speaking to a couple of Liverpool fans in the past, they've said that they've almost adopted the Moneyball system, if you've seen the film with Brad Pitt, where they overanalyze every signing and look at getting players that will, you know, they're not massively expensive, but they're players that hit the targets they need to get and play lots of games. Almost the scenario that I'd rather have a player that plays 8 out of 10 and can give me 50 games than a player that plays 10 out of 10 but only plays 25 games, because they're going to be on the pitch for half the time more. But Thiago didn't really work out like that, and maybe Konate might go that way. So the only thing I'd worry about with Konate, if I was a Liverpool fan, is the injury thing. But at 22, and only just 22, you could put it down to the fact that he's young, he's still growing. Look at Marcus Rashford. He picks up a lot of injuries, and I think a lot of that's to do with his body growth. And I think Mason Greenwood might have the same thing. And I think that, you know, any young player could have that. So I wouldn't worry too much about that, especially at the price. £30 million for Konate is great business. I think £40 million for Upamecano by Bayern Munich was great business. So a very good signing for Liverpool in an area that they need to improve in. They know they've got Van Dijk. Obviously, Gomez will be back. I don't know what's going to happen with Matip. But if they're 4 centre-backs next year, Konate, Matip, Gomez and Van Dijk, I think Liverpool have got 4 of the best centre-backs in the league there in relation to a 4 to cover. The issue that Liverpool had this season was that, obviously fitness there. So very good signing for Liverpool. The first significant signing of the summer, and I think it is a good signing. Obviously, he's not going to be part of the French squad either. I don't know whether there's an under-21 tournament that he's going to play in, but he's not in the French squad as I recall. So, yeah, look, good signing for Liverpool. And I think that it feeds into everybody else that this is going to be a very interesting transfer window. Chelsea will be active. Man City will be active. Manchester United need to be active. I think Spurs and Arsenal need to be active. I think Leicester already with Samari. I think that's a good signing. And I think that if that was Man City or Man United making that deal, we'd probably make more of it. But again, Leicester picking up these players from France that I think will go in a year or two and we'll go, wow, what another good signing that was. A bit like Tielemans, a bit like Ndidi. But a good signing for Liverpool on paper. Doesn't mean it's going to transpire onto the pitch, but I think it's a good signing for Liverpool and very efficient again. And I can only applaud that. I don't applaud Liverpool, obviously, but I can applaud clubs that are run well. And as a United fan, and I'm sure Arsenal fans agree, our clubs are not run very well. We've needed a centre-back for ages and we still haven't decided who we're going for. And also you could look at it and go, Upamecano's gone, Konate's gone. We know that Alaba's going to Real Madrid. So a lot of these centre-backs, a lot of clubs looking for centre-backs, a lot of them starting to disappear. Having said that, still Koundé around, still Varane around, still maybe Koulibaly around, Pau Torres. So there are still centre-backs out there, but that's a good acquisition for Liverpool. And I certainly wouldn't have minded that at United. The only thing I would have been a little bit worried about was the injury record. But Liverpool are very good on their research there, so I would imagine those injuries are probably more to do with growing and youth. Thanks everybody for watching. Smash a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe. Lots to come this summer on transfers and the Euros on That's Football. Make sure you subscribe. And please give us a follow on Instagram. I'll drop the link in the video description. I forgot last time. Check out the Instagram page. Brand new, brilliant graphics. Give us a follow on there. Thanks for watching.